The lecture hall of the Galactic Military Academy on Arcturus Prime was a marvel of design. A soaring dome of crystal alloy and antigrav seating platforms, capable of housing over 1,000 cadets from across the Orion Cluster. Today, however, only 70 elite students occupied its central ring, representatives of the 17 species admitted to the Academy's advanced tactical program. As the cadets chatted, some in clicks, others in throat vibrations or translated thought projections, the main entryway chimed. All voices ceased. Quick pause. What do you think of the narrator's voice so far? Let us know in the comments. Your feedback helps us fine-tune the fleet's storytelling systems. Commander Vexlaw entered, flanked by 2 honor guards. His shimmering, scale-armored form moved with a precision that silenced even the more boisterous cadets. As a decorated Arcturian with command experience in 12 planetary campaigns, he was not just feared, he was legendary. Today, Vexlaw said, his voice echoing in perfect galactic standard, we discuss Protocol 7 Alpha. Species restrictions in joint military operations. A holomap spun to life above the dais, listing species with combat clearance. Some were flagged unlimited, others restricted. But one name stood out in harsh crimson. Humans. Full restriction. A ripple of amusement passed through the room like static through a plasma field. Cadet Zyrax, from the Draconian Dominion, raised his hand, or rather, his armored talon. Commander, with respect, why is this restriction still active? Humans are quaint. Their technology's decades behind. They barely qualify for interstellar status. Chuckles broke out from a group of Saskari twins behind him. A Falani cadet rolled 3 of her 6 eyes. Commander Vexlaw's face didn't move, but his middle pair of eyes narrowed slightly. Arcturian body language for, you're about to regret that. You find this amusing, Cadet Zyrax. Forgive me, Commander, but we're talking about humans. They're unpredictable, yes, but only because they lack tactical discipline. Even my father said so, and he fought in the Trident campaign. Before we go any further, if you enjoy stories that reveal the hidden strength of humanity, give this video a like and subscribe to Apex Fleet HFY. New stories drop weekly, and we're just getting started. Vexlaw clasped his hands behind his back and strode to the center of the room. Tell me, Cadet, are you familiar with the Krell incursion as 2187? Zyrax's crest flared with pride. Of course. The Krell invaded Council space. A joint Arcturian Draconian task force repelled them in 3 months. It's required study. Vexlaw said slowly, is the official version. He tapped his wrist console. The doors sealed. Lights dimmed. A red light blinked at the back of the hall. Recording suspended. You are about to see Level 9 restricted footage. It is shown only when cadets exhibit dangerously overconfident attitudes toward human combat capabilities. The holomap vanished, replaced by war footage. Grainy, raw, unfiltered. The Krell had adapted to our tactics. The joint task force was losing ground. That's when the Council authorized a last resort request. A sleek, black vessel appeared on screen. No insignia, no escort. This is the UES Nemesis, Human Special Operations. Just 12 soldiers, Zyrax scoffed. Vexlaw gave a faint twitch of his mandibles, an Arcturian smirk. Yes, just 12. The footage cut to the soldiers disembarking. Their armor was matte black, battered, function over form. No adaptive shields, just cold efficiency. Humans requested no fleet support, no air cover, only coordinates. A few cadets muttered to each other in disbelief. They approached via thruster packs. Outdated tech? Zirax muttered. Watch, Vexlor said. The human squad split. 3 two-person teams. 1 4-man hammer unit. They targeted heavily defended zones, deliberately. That's not doctrine, a Velkari cadet whispered. Correct, Vexlor said. It's not. The humans moved through enemy fire like it was a weather condition, something to endure, not avoid. One was shot through the shoulder and used the momentum to throw himself into a guard tower. Another rigged his own damaged armor pack as a mine. They don't fight with tech, Vexlor said. They abuse it. One cadet winced as a human used his own blood to scrawl a distraction signal across a bulkhead. Another held open a blast gate with his own body, letting the others through. 17 minutes after insertion, the Krell Command Center was breached. 22 minutes, total surrender. The room was silent now. You asked why humans are restricted, Vexlor said. Because this is what happens when they're unleashed. The holomap returned. This time, it showed 7 more assault sites, each marked with a human flag. Over the next 5 days, they completed 7 more missions. Similar results. They had casualties, right? A cadet asked, cautiously. 3, Vexlor replied. All survived. Their medical tech is optimized for battlefield triage under extreme trauma. Zirax, no longer smug, leaned forward. Why fight like this? It's suicidal. Because, Vexlor said, they evolved on a Class 12 death world. Their survival instincts are calibrated for chaos. Earth's environment bred creatures that kill in their sleep. Their species' history is a list of wars, often with themselves. The commander paused. You think they're primitive, but your ancestors were still counting moons when humans detonated their first planet buster. They invented asymmetry. Their soldiers train for defeat, not because they expect to lose, but because they plan to keep fighting anyway. No one laughed now. Later, when the doors unsealed and cadets filed out, most were quiet. Zirax lingered. He looked haunted. Commander, he said, if humans are this effective, why aren't they leading the Galactic Defense Force? Vexlor didn't answer immediately. He watched the last cadet leave, then looked down at the young Draconian. Because, he said, the day we let humans lead is the day we admit that their way of war is superior. And that scares the Council more than any enemy ever has. Later that evening, Zirax sat alone in the dormitory garden, gazing at the artificial stars. Another cadet approached, a Saskari female with a sarcastic tilt to her tendrils. You all right, Zirax? You look like someone told you your ancestors were human. Zirax didn't respond at first. Then he muttered, they fight like they expect to die and don't care. Yeah, she said, sitting beside him. It's not heroic, it's terrifying. They sat in silence. Zirax spoke again. When I mocked the ban, I thought it was political nonsense. But now, I think it's mercy. Back in his quarters, Commander Vexlor filed his report. He paused at the summary field and entered. Cadet arrogance reduced. Mission successful. Recommend scheduling second viewing in 3 cycles. Footage, Battle of Epsilon Void. Human assault team, 0 survivors, 100% mission success. He paused, then added. Note, include humor reduction filter. Too many cadets laugh before they understand. And when they do, they stop laughing forever. Thank you for watching. One last thing, where are you watching from? Drop your city in the comments so we know where the fleet is being heard across the galaxy.